one of the things you can always do is have fresh fruit available for your children. And to make it more interesting, you can allow them to participate in the preparation of the snack. So what I have here is organic apples, and not only is it perfectly acceptable, but you may be imparting protection to your child long term by giving them an apple a day. That old adage, an apple a day, really does have some scientific validation to it. One thing that we ask you to be careful about is many of the fruits are tagged with an adhesive stick. You want to make sure you remove that, because if the child ingests that, it can get stuck in the airways. So be careful to remove your sticker, produce sticker. And then you do want to rinse even organic fruits and vegetables. You do want to rinse them to wash off any potential bugs still or things that they've come in contact with. Okay, so once you have rinsed the apple and peeled off the sticker, you can buy a slicer. And again, it's just fun for the kids. It's also easy for you. You don't have to peel, you just position your slicer over the core of the apple and let the kids the first time press down with you. And there you have your cored, sliced, ready to eat apple snack. If you want to increase the protein value and your child does not have nut sensitivities, have some nut butter available with the apple. Almond butter, natural peanut butter. Again, peanut butters can be challenging for kids with fungal immune challenges. If they have chronic sinus issues, upper respiratory, you may want to tend toward a nut butter that doesn't have a fungal toxin. But things like almond butter are great, and if they dip the nut in the butter, dip the apple in the nut butter, then they're going to have more protein and good healthy fat. We always like to have fresh vegetable options. Buy an organic celery stick, cut off the ends, and just slice it up. If you put these out with some fresh carrots and or cucumber slices, I know at my son's school they also like to have a ranch dressing available for the children. And as long as you don't have dairy issues and that dressing is free of hydrogenated oils, that can make these vegetables more appealing to the children. But just having them out there on the table, pre-cut, easy to grab, is going to be enough to engage your child in healthy eating of vegetables. I like to keep a little bit of the skin on if it's organic, and that gives them some fiber. And a lot of times the nutrition in the vegetable is in the skin. So there's your nice cucumber slice. Okay. Another fun thing to do with the celery, if anyone's ever heard of ants on a log, you can make with your children, again if they're not nut sensitive, you can fill your celery sticks with nut butter, such as almond butter. And I'm referencing almond butter because it has really high amounts of the good healthy fats. So if you don't have a nut issue, it's a wonderful thing to add. It gives protein, healthy fat. You would fill the celery stick with the nut butter and put a few raisins on the top, and that's your ants on a log. Okay. Again, if nuts are not a problem, one of the most flavorful nuts that I've ever presented to children in my home is the Marcona almonds. They tend to be a bit pricey, so if budget is an issue, you make these a once-in-a-while snack. Okay. So Marcona almonds, again, I happen to find these at Whole Foods. This week, the week of the seminar, October 22nd, they are on sale. So just, again, put a small amount out. These are, they're just delicious. They have a very unique and sweet flavor to them. So Marcona almonds. Because we're in the fall and we want to look at vegetables that are in season and that will naturally balance the energy of the individual, we have some sweet potatoes. My kids love sweet potatoes, and they're so easy. You take the sweet potato and wash it as you would any other potato, under filtered water if you have it, a little scrub brush, and then all you do is prick the potato in a few places. I like to put a pan underneath to catch the drippage so you don't have to spend a lot of time cleaning your oven. Once you've done that, if you cook these on 375 for about an hour, you really do want them dripping with the inside to make sure that they are cooked enough. Very simple. If you don't have a dairy issue, you can put a little bit of organic butter on that with sea salt. If you do, drizzle a little olive oil and sea salt. They are delicious. That's a nice, easy, when you're going to be home, you can prepare them ahead of time and just heat them up when you're ready for dinner, because they do take a good hour to cook. Beets are another wonderful vegetable. They may not be the favorite of adults, and therefore adults tend to put a lot of negativity around the idea, but I'll tell you, they are a great sweet vegetable. So if you cook them and dice them into small pieces, again, putting some salt on for flavor, and I mean sea salt with good live minerals in it, then your children, you can even slice these beets and have them raw. And be careful, the beet juice does have a wonderful pigment to it that will stain. And if you do notice after you've given your child beets that their urine is a little bit pinkish, it's not blood, it's a natural effect of the beet juice. Okay, and finally, I picked a couple of snacks. People like things that they can throw in the lunch bag, lunch box. These are veggie chips. They're made from potato starch, which is also acceptable for children with gluten issues. We like this, again, because they're good, healthy oils, no hydrogenated oils. And they also have some spices. There's beet powder in here, and turmeric, and spinach powder, so there's some vegetable powders and potato base. So there's a nice healthy chip. And another one that we found is these blue Terra chips. They do come in different colors and flavors. There's sweet potato ones and tomato, and these are the ones that I happened to grab today. But again, prepackaged healthy snacks, and if I read my ingredients, I see canola and or safflower oil and salt and potatoes. Nothing extra, no hydrogenation. So that's good.